Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encrypted Capital Recap for Tuesday, February 23rd. First off, I got Bitcoin on the chart here. You can see I have these arrows here. This is exactly where Elon Musk has made his comments. Over here is when he said that Bitcoin was BS and the price dropped slightly. Over here we have when he said that he added 1.5 billion to the balance sheet for Tesla and the price skyrocketed. And now we have roughly a 22% pullback from Saturday when he decided to announce that he thought Bitcoin was a little high. I think what Elon Musk is doing should be illegal. He is clearly a market maker and is influencing the price for him and all his buddies. And anybody who shorted the top over here, if you're trading on margin, made an absolute killing. And so please be wary. Do not listen to Elon Musk or anything this guy says. I have a few of his other articles pulled up here. This was back yesterday on the 22nd when this came out, where it says the Bitcoin tanks 10% after Elon Musk's tweet. And clearly it has fallen much more than that now. And then the other article was when we have him talking about basically Tesla making $1 billion in profit on its Bitcoin investment so far. So they basically just took all that money that they made, and if they used that and exited their positions, when you had Tesla coming out, MasterCard coming out, Visa coming out, Apple coming out all in the same week. Can you guys see how you guys are being played? How the retail trader is being played? You had all this huge hype, and we talked about this in a couple of videos ago, where if you were smart, you would be selling into the hype. And this is exactly why. Look at that huge hype campaign they just made, and all it took was one little comment from Elon Musk, and the market absolutely tanked because he said Bitcoin was a little high. Like I said, this should be illegal. The fact that he's allowed to do this is an absolute disgrace, and I think that the retail traders really need to watch out and be on their A game, because these billionaires are not out for your best interest. They are out for their own best interest and their buddies. And trading is a zero-sum game, and the way they make money is by selling to you. And this is how the game is played. So please be careful. Next up, I got an article from The Block talking about Bitfinex. Tether settled with New York Attorney General for 18.5 million. We know that Tether was under fire recently because there was a lot of discrepancy on if they actually had all of the money that they said they did backing the Tether USD. And it says here that the New York Attorney General's office said that at least from June 1st, 2017 until September 15th, 2017, USDTs were not backed one-to-one by USD held by Tether in a bank account. It says rather the funds ostensibly backing Tethers had been held in an account under the control of its general counsel, with the balance accounted for as a receivable from Bitfinex. No one reviewing Tether's representations would have reasonably understood that $382 million listed as cash reserves for Tethers had only been placed in Tether's account as of the very morning that Friedman, the US-based accounting firm, verified the bank balance. So they have settled with the New York Attorney General, and they have paid their sum, and now they're going to continue business as usual. And so now we can go on to the next article here. This is from Fortune. It says, SEC is dead wrong. Former chair Mary Jo White defends Ripple in pivotal crypto case. So she used to be involved with the SEC, and now she's coming out saying that there's no way to sugarcoat it. They're dead wrong legally and factually. And the big point here was that, SEC has known about XRP for a very long time. You're talking about, what is that, 8 or 9 years now? And the fact that they're just now bringing this lawsuit up, and now they're amending certain pieces of it, is really looking bad for the SEC. And they did have their pre-trial conference yesterday on the 22nd, and nothing has come out of it yet. So it doesn't look like they're going to be settling out of court or anything just yet. But there is a very high chance that the SEC does end up losing this case against Ripple. It says that White's opinion should be taken with a grain of salt given her current role as Ripple's attorney. So she is representing Ripple right now. But nonetheless, White's observations are worth noting given her stature as one of the country's top securities lawyers and a former U.S. attorney for the powerful Southern District of New York. White has firsthand insight into the politics and process that inform decision-making at agencies like the SEC, which she led for nearly 4 years during Obama's second presidential term. So she definitely knows her way around. She knows what she's talking about. And it seems to me that, it may take a month or two to actually go through all of this settlement process, but it seems to me that most likely Ripple will end up walking away scot-free. So we'll keep an eye on that. On to the next article. We got MoneyGram puts relationship with Ripple's XRP on hold, which I found interesting because you're talking about Ripple investing $50 million into MoneyGram, essentially saving their company, and you mean to tell me that MoneyGram didn't do their due diligence? It seems to me like this could be a little bit of FUD here, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I do not think that MoneyGram would be so careless as to not know exactly who they're taking money from and what they're getting into. And it looks to me like this could just be one more piece to scare the retail investors out, shake the tree a little bit, get those weak hands out of here. It says that MoneyGram is stepping back from its partnership with Ripple Labs, citing the legal uncertainty swirling around the blockchain startup's XRP token. The money transfer company said Monday it is not planning for any benefit from Ripple market development fees in the first quarter of 2021, a break from last year's Q1 when MoneyGram banked $12.1 million in such fees. It says Ripple has been paying MoneyGram to use XRP in international settlement since 2019 and first engaging in a pilot agreement with the service in 2018. So since then, MoneyGram has netted $61.5 million in market development fees from Ripple. So like I said, I do not buy this one bit. You know, they're just going to put the relationship on hold now. There hasn't even been a settlement or a verdict on the actual case. So they're basically assuming that they're guilty before this even goes to court. It's very, very interesting to me that this would actually be coming out at this time, especially that it didn't come out actually at the time that this lawsuit was brought against Ripple. This comes out, you know, a full, what is that, almost 40, 50 days since the lawsuit was filed. So I don't know. Keep your eyes open for that one. Next up, we got the U.S. Treasury Secretary floats idea of digital dollar maintained by the Fed. As mentioned, I think this has been the plan all along, and every day it seems like we're getting more and more proof of just that. It says that basically Yellen had questioned how regulators would manage money laundering and illicit finance issues with digital currencies. It says Yellen may be open to having United States regulators consider a digital currency, but she has strong concerns about Bitcoin. And I thought it was very interesting that she mentioned the energy use, which is what we've been talking about Bitcoin for a very long time now. Bitcoin uses up as much energy as Switzerland in a year. And she says, I don't think that Bitcoin is widely used as a transaction mechanism. It's an extremely inefficient way of conducting transactions, and the amount of energy that's consumed in processing those transactions is staggering. So we've already seen that some of these countries are looking to implement stellar lumens to issue their stable coins. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the US decides to make that move as well. It says that Yellen spoke about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin prior to being sworn into office on January 26th. In her confirmation hearing to be a Treasury Secretary, she called crypto a growing concern in the US that is mainly for illicit financing, which I thought was a complete joke since we all know that the banks have laundered the most money out of anybody. So what's Yellen going to do? She's probably not going to end up wanting to use Bitcoin, that's for sure. I definitely feel like it's going to have to be a cryptocurrency that's more friendly to the environment, something that has super fast transactions, and we all know who has the fastest transactions on the block right now. So next up, we got Bitcoin is speculation of the highest order and should be banned, says billionaire investor Rakesh. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. I'm going to call him Rakesh J. So this billionaire D-bag says that he believes Bitcoin should be banned. I think it's speculation of the highest order. I don't want to join every party in town. I think the hangover is much worse, he told CNBC on Tuesday. I mean, this coin is going from literally $10, actually less than that. You're talking about pennies on the dollar, and it's now worth approximately $50,000. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, although I do think that because it's used as a store of wealth now, and it's becoming apparent that it does not have fast transaction times, it does not have cheap transaction fees, and really all it can be used for is a store of value, which how can you really have something be a store of value when it fluctuates 20% a day? I'm not too sure how that would work. But this billionaire guy says that he joined the chorus of Bitcoin bulls on Tuesday, saying in an interview that regulators should crack down on the popular cryptocurrency. And he says, I will never buy Bitcoin in my life. Well, clearly you just missed out on a huge opportunity. Anybody who was buying or can foresee that cryptocurrencies were not going anywhere was going to make a huge killing. It says that Rakesh J, sometimes referred to as India's Warren Buffett, also said that regulators in India should take a stand, and the India government has yet to implement laws on cryptocurrency, but in an upcoming session, members of the parliament are said to be considering banning private cryptocurrencies. So look out for XMR, because we all know that Monero is basically the best privacy coin that's out there. And that could very well happen. Could other countries start banning private cryptocurrencies? I don't know. I mean, I think the whole point of cryptocurrencies initially was to be private, anonymous transactions. That's what they're used for. And now we basically have Mastercard and Tesla and all these other banks backing Bitcoin. It's now becoming a banker's coin, in my opinion. So anybody who is hating on XRP, all those Bitcoin maxis, are you going to start hating on Bitcoin now that all these banks are going to be starting to use it and custody it? We'll see. Next up, we got Bill Gates on investing in Bitcoin. If you have less money than Elon, you should probably watch out. Here's another billionaire D-bag. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is not bullish on Bitcoin and is cautioning others to reconsider such investments unless they have more money than Tesla Inc. And Gates told Bloomberg on Monday that he isn't worried about Musk's Bitcoin randomly going up or down. Elon has tons of money and he is very sophisticated, the tech entrepreneur said, adding that he is more concerned about people getting into such manias who don't have as much money to spare. If you have less money than Elon, which is basically everybody, you should probably watch out, Gates told Bloomberg. And I find it hard to believe that this guy is not involved in Bitcoin at all when we go ahead and we have a patent, 2020-060606, cryptocurrency system using body activity data. This has been filed from people who work for Microsoft, the inventors that work for Microsoft, and the main inventor is Dustin Abrams, I believe. And this is the summary of exactly what it is they're going to be trying to do using your body activity to mine cryptocurrency. It says, human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used in the mining process of a cryptocurrency system. A server may provide a task to a device of a user which is communicatively coupled to the server. A sensor communicatively coupled or comprised in the device of the user may sense body activity of the user. Body activity data may be generated based on the sensed body activity of the user, and the cryptocurrency system communicatively coupled to the device of the user may verify if the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the crypto system and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity data is verified. So my question is, where does this sensor go? Where does this device go? You're basically going to use your body to mine cryptocurrencies. It's pretty crazy. I can't believe that Bitcoin, or I should say, I can't believe that Bill Gates is not involved in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency when his company, Microsoft, has these guys working on these very projects. I find that very, very hard to believe that he's not for Bitcoin, because that's what came out in an article a few days ago, was that he was neither long or short. He was basically indifferent on Bitcoin, yet he has his people at Microsoft going ahead and filing patents to use cryptocurrency and your body to mine crypto. Thought it was pretty crazy. And I also want to pull up some other patents that this guy had, Dustin Abrams, talking about restricting mobile device usage, context-based mobility stoppage characterization. He also had another crazy one. What was it? He has a Microsoft patent will let us chat with the departed. Pretty interesting. Chilling episode of The Twilight Zone that first aired 60 years ago focused on a young boy played by Bill Mumy, who frustrated his parents by insisting he speak to his grandmother daily on the toy phone she had given him just before she died. When his grieving and exasperated mother finally grabbed the phone to toss it away, she was startled to hear her mother's voice on the line. The episode touched on the yearnings we all share of speaking one last time to a loved one that's no longer with us. And then it says that in a recently disclosed Microsoft patent comes to fruition, we'll be able to see, hear, and converse with long-gone relatives, or more accurately, 3D motion images complete with realistic voice reconstruction and distinct personality traits culled from a trove of the individual's communications on social media platforms. So in short, a chatbot. So this is the type of stuff that these guys in Microsoft are developing. They're developing cryptocurrency mining using your body heat, and they're developing patents that will let you chat with departed individuals. This is the next level of AI, in my opinion. So I do not think that these gentlemen have our best interests involved here. So definitely do your own research. All this stuff is out there. It's pretty crazy when you actually dive into it, but I do not trust Bill Gates, of all people, for 1 second. And I definitely don't trust anything that comes out of Microsoft. So, you know, I don't know. Look out for these guys. I think with that being said, that'll wrap up this edition of the Encrypted Capital Recap for Tuesday, February 23rd. If you guys like what you heard, please drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you all in the next video.